Now I gotta turn it off. This nigga laugh because I'm stretching. Can't even stretch in peace. You know how they say like you can't do nothing around niggas? Because niggas laugh at you for everything. This nigga
you know what's funny? You know what's funny, bro? That's how you know we meant to be probably brothers or some shit. I was thinking that shit exactly today, bro. Just randomly. I was walking the fucking class and I was just like, it's like how you can get laughed at for doing some shit like, oh, look at this nigga, he wearing a coat.
Nigga come downstairs in his uniform. Oh, this nigga go to work. Then your boy start laughing at you.
It just be stupid shit.
The dumbest shit ever, dog. Again, welcome to Social Junkie Podcast, episode 122, guys. I go by the name of P. This guy next to me, his name is... Say it.
Ryan.
Hey, Ryan. He's Ryan today. I'm sorry, Ryan. He's Ryan today. I'm P. That's Ryan. That's what he's going by today. That's not his real alias. Again, this is Social Junkie Podcast. Any new listeners, welcome. Thank you. We appreciate you guys. Anybody that's returning for another listen, thank you, man. We appreciate you guys, as always. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're watching the YouTube video. We drop episodes on YouTube every single week. A day after our audio episode will drop every single week as well. A day before the video. On Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and SoundCloud. Make sure you follow us, check us out, subscribe to all of our platforms on there, guys. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, and YouTube. We greatly appreciate it. Make sure you send your Q&A questions to Social Junkie Pod, socialjunkiepod@gmail.com. If you have any Q&A questions that you want us to discuss, any type of debate thing we can discuss and argue about. We're waiting on that question to where we argue and one of us walks out. That's the type of question we're waiting on. Don't read your names. We read your gender if it relates to the question. Today we're going to do a Q&A, but not from a listener. I'll talk about that more in a second. I want to shout out to all the cities around the world because I was checking the RSS the other day and it's more cities that popped up. There's some new cities. San Francisco. Shout out to everybody in the San Francisco area, man.
San
Francisco. We was waiting to hit Cali on RSS, so we got San Fran on here.
Happy that we did.
Los Angeles is on here. Los Angeles is getting some red and orange in there. So everyone that's listening in Los Angeles, thank you guys. We appreciate it. Las Vegas. What else is this? Seattle. I think Seattle's been on here. Dallas, Texas. Houston, Texas. Everyone in the Atlanta area here, thank you guys. Columbus, Georgia, down south. Thomasville, Georgia, I don't know where that is, but Thomasville, Georgia, Tifton, Georgia, everyone in Georgia. Augusta, Georgia. Jacksonville, Florida, Miami, Florida, Orlando, Florida. Everybody near Sarasota, shout out to my cousin Jordan down there in Sarasota, Florida. What else we got? Charlotte, North Carolina. Somewhere close to Virginia Beach, I don't know what city that is. Maryland, Delaware, New York, Massachusetts, Toronto. What up, Drake? Ottawa, Canada. Alright, let's go outside the US. We got here.
Real big up to them, man, because
everybody in Brazil, all these fucking spots in Brazil.
That shit's red. What the fuck is that?
Shout out everybody in Brazil, man. Sao Paulo,
okay.
Rio de Janeiro. Wow, man, look at that. Hope you guys understand what we're saying. Africa.
You gotta stop saying
that. Africa. They might not. Juba, South Sudan. Shout out to you guys, man. Africa, man. Y'all listening right now? Saudi fucking Arabia. Damn, that is fucking crazy. What's this over here? Moscow. I think Moscow's been on here already. India's been on here. Philippines. Shout out to people listening to the Philippines. I don't know how to say that city. Singapore is red as fuck. Singapore. Shout out to everyone in Singapore if you're listening right now, man. Got any in Australia? Sydney, somewhere near Sydney, Australia. Shout out to all you guys, man. Thank you, man. If you listen to the audio, man, because this is all just from the audio episodes, this RSS thing. Shout out to all you guys, man. We appreciate you guys as always, man. Thank you very much. We appreciate everyone that has paid us a listen, man. Thank you, guys.
We got some good things coming, man. It's not just a podcast, but we got some good things coming.
This nigga Cliff is really texting me like the Hawks are going to do something this year. Fuck, nigga. Atlanta Hawks are not doing anything, guys. You guys might have got it for baseball and college football, but Falcons and Hawks, booty. Straight booty. Like I said, we got a serious Q&A that we're going to talk about today. Brandon has no idea what I'm talking about because I haven't even told him yet what it is. I know a lot of people might say, what?
Nothing. You'll play back.
A lot of people. I'm not gonna say y'all gonna feel uncomfortable when we talk about this, but I remember there was a guy that, shout out my nigga Chris. There's a guy that we worked with, and when certain conversations like this came up, Chris pulled me. He was like, "Hey man, when this type, notice that he stays quiet." He was talking about the other guy. Notice that he stays quiet when we talk about this type of shit, because he doesn't like to talk about like this type of stuff. Like a lot of people, you know, when you'll see it when we get to the Q&A segment. A lot of people, when that type of conversation comes up, a lot of people just stay quiet and won't say anything. I don't know if people are uncomfortable to talk about this type of stuff, or I don't know, man. A lot of people just don't want to talk about their beliefs too much around other people. But this is something that we actually had written down a long time ago, but we never talked about. And we debated talking about it, but we never did. So we're gonna talk about that later today.
I feel like we touched everything under the sun.
I have a story that goes along with the question from something that I saw. So we'll talk about that in the Q&A segment. That'll be the last thing we do. So let me do the rundown real quick. Brandon's going to start us on what's trending this week. I will go with my stuff after he goes. I got an RIP to give out. We got music after that, sports, and then the Q&A segment. This episode shouldn't be too long. It should be about an hour and a half episode today. Shouldn't be too long of an episode. Again, hit that play button. We appreciate you guys. Brandon's going to take you on for a journey right now.
Alright guys, I'm going to start off with this first article here. It's the only kind of sad one I have, so I'm going to get it out the way. Not that it's not important, but, you know. This happened out in Augusta. So a family is mourning an 8-year-old girl. She was murdered in a drive-by shooting while she was petting a horse that passed by her house. So she was killed in a drive-by shooting when somebody was passing by her family's front yard in Georgia. Her name is Arbery Anthony.
Damn.
Which is, when I read the name, I was just like, what? That's just kind of, it's just weird. The horse she was petting,
Isn't it the same city?
Augusta? Was it?
No, I don't think it was. It was in Georgia. No, I think that was in Brunswick or something like that. But yeah, go ahead.
She was petting a horse and she was killed when somebody opened fire from a orange Jeep before 7:30 last Saturday in the 2000 block of 3rd Avenue in Augusta. Richmond County Sheriff Richard Roundtree said that he doesn't believe that the 8-year-old was intended target, but was in the front yard, was a common gathering place for groups, and believed that they were targeting individuals doing that. He said it may involve gangs or may have been retaliatory attack, but it's too early to say. So according to the sheriff, 2 horse riders had been passing by, and Arbery, the 8-year-old girl, had been petting their horses when a reddish-orange Jeep Compass Trailhawk drove by, and 1 or 2 of the occupants fired 5 to 10 rounds. She was shot in the head and transported by her father to Augusta Medical Center, where she was pronounced dead later on. So,
rest in peace to her, man. I've heard stories like this before, to where like that retaliation part. I've heard stories like this before, and then now that's just gonna start. Hopefully not, but most of the times when stuff like that happens to people's family, that starts a chain. Yeah. You kill my cousin or daughter, now I'm gonna find you and kill you or kill your brother, and then that starts a chain and it goes on and on. That's real life shit. Like that happens. Like shit like that starts a chain of people killing each other's families and shit.
Yeah. Well, I'll put a picture of her in there because I think that would kind of do some sort of justice, man. Maybe if you get shared enough and people can start paying attention to it enough, we can see what's gonna happen, man. Because sometimes we don't want people to put these kind of cases on the back burner, because she's 8 years old.
Yeah, she deserves.
She's not even a tenth of her life, barely a tenth of her life, just for petting, being in the wrong place, wrong time. So.
Yeah, rest in peace to her. That's a sad story. That's rest in peace to her for real, man. That's fucked up. Condolences to her friends and family and loved ones, for real.
Yeah, condolences. This next article I got here, we talked on this a couple times. So, as you know, we keep mentioning Jeffrey Epstein. So, his, I guess, right-hand person or his assistant, whatever you want to call it, partner in crime, whatever, Ghislaine Maxwell. It came out I think it was a few days ago, that she's going to end the fight to keep some anonymous names or quote-unquote John Doe's secret, and she's deciding essentially to stop fighting to keep them secret and unseal the documents to do that. So she will no longer fight to keep the names of the 8 people a secret and will leave it to the court to decide whether the names should be unsealed, according to a January 12th letter to federal judge Loretta Preska of Southern District of New York. The documents containing the names were connected to a 2015 defamation case brought by Virginia Roberts, who claimed that Epstein sexually abused her when she was a minor and that Maxwell aided in the abuse, and the case was settled out in 2017. So as you guys know, she's facing like 65 years in prison, and she's 60, so she's gonna be, she should be dead, because she essentially served as an accessory in federal charges, including sex trafficking of minors and stuff. So, I don't know if you saw this, but it's coming out. Remember that we read that she, like, I guess when it first started coming out that there were high-profile names on it, like Prince Andrew. So it just came out that he started getting indicted on charges. A prince.
Her clock is ticking. I'll tell y'all that right now.
I think that's all we need to stay on that, man.
Her clock is ticking.
I doubt that the names are going to come out. I don't think they would come out because they'd probably do too much damage. So, I don't know. And just the people who are involved, there's just too much probably money involved. So
I agree with that. That's all I'm going to say is her clock is ticking, dog.
just gonna say,
That's not funny. I'm not even. Hey, I'm not messing around with this story. This shit is. We already seen one nigga get killed, or he killed himself.
Yeah.
Killed himself. You're watching the video, you see what I'm doing. Killed himself.
Yeah.
Alright, man.
That's a very scary situation to be in, because she thinks if she tells, she's gonna get less time.
Nah, you're screwed either way, man.
Yeah. You are screwed, but I'm assuming that she thinks she's gonna get less time. But then if you tell, people are gonna try to want to kill you. So it's like, what do you do in that situation?
Can't do anything.
You know what you should do? Not be an accessory to a pervert.
Yeah.
That would solve all that.
If everybody had been reporting this for years and all that kind of stuff, and it's been this kind of stuff, he was exiled to his own island just for this cause, then I don't know why you would.
You see pervert shit going on, just stay away from those people, guys.
Yeah. Well, call them out, and don't be afraid to come forward. To be honest with you, when all that stuff is, I know it's it takes a lot of courage and stuff like that to come forward. Just try to come forward, because it's better to help other people.
Yeah.
They're going through the same thing, so because that stuff ain't a joke, man.
Yeah,
So,
call out your friends too. If you see your homeboys or your friends like doing some shit they shouldn't be doing, call them niggas out, bro. Blow up they spot.
Yeah.
If you see your friend doing some wrong, call that nigga out. Be like, hey, bro, what the fuck you doing, bro? That ain't cool. That ain't the type of shit we do, bro. Why you doing that? Call your niggas out before something happens. Even if it's an uncomfortable conversation, have that uncomfortable conversation. It needs to happen sometime. Put niggas in check, bro.
Yeah. Next article out here is out from Chicago. So it says, I guess this is a place out there, DuPage, man. He was let out of jail to attend his brother's funeral. He went missing, and they found his tracking device at the cemetery. So they were searching on last Friday for a man convicted of illegal gun dealing who went missing while attending his brother's funeral in Elmhurst. No bond arrest warrant was issued for Bruce Barrier. He's 23 of Villa Park for contempt of court. So he was serving a 10-year sentence for gun running, and he was released at 8 a.m. on Tuesday to attend the funeral of his brother, Rocky Barrier. So he never returned. He was monitored by electronic device, and he was set to return at 2, but he didn't.
So the device is at the cemetery.
Yeah.
How did you get it off?
Probably cut that bitch off.
So he's supposed to go to the funeral and go back to jail.
Right.
Oh, niggas gone. You're not catching that thing. He's 23?
23. Can you blame him?
Why would they? I've never heard of that. I've never heard of them letting you out out of jail to go to a funeral. I've never heard of that.
I've never heard of it too. I don't know.
Hey, y'all, let me out real quick. My mama's birthday.
Probably do something with it.
Oh, that's what he looks like.
Yeah. He looked like he about it.
Chicago. Let me see. Chicago inmate was released from jail. His brother's people cut off his monitor and never returned to jail. He was serving 10 years. They'll find him though.
Yeah.
They're gonna find him. The question is how long. It's like, what do you do? Do you go out the country? Do you stay here? Like, what do you do? Like, what do you do? Like, what's your next move now? Like, I want to know, like, what's his thought process? Like, what is the next move? What do you do?
I'm not telling, because then y'all.
You might need it.
I might need it, exactly.
So what you gonna go to jail for?
Next article. Men try to Men try to smuggle 340,000 worth of cocaine in baked beans cans.
That's a good one.
2 men attempted to smuggle 341,000 worth of cocaine in baked beans and condensed coconut milk tins. They were sentenced to 15 years in prison. Daniel Kelly and Stephen Gahuli, both 43, sent 2 parcels described as containing tin goods from St. Lucia, an island in the Caribbean, to southeast London in December. The investigation was launched by London police in the UK, and they led to the inspection of the package and realized it was 2.74 kilograms of cocaine. Damn.
All the stuff that they seize from criminals, where does it go?
So holding, but then I would imagine that they could probably put it back. I think it's just sent to holding.
Like on
and
American
jail.
Gangster when the
I think it's just
cop
sent.
walked in
I just think it's sent to holding, and that's all that they do. I think that they hold it there. Nope. That's
what Denzel called him, Johnny Law.
Yeah, Johnny Law.
American Gangster.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, but I was gonna wait to tell you, but I almost forgot. Right, so Cliff has never seen American Gangster. American Gangster, because he said that he's not into all that mafia and all that kind of stuff.
That nigga is a weirdo. Who's not
American
into niggas
Gangster.
getting clapped? Who's not into seeing niggas get clapped? Like, who's not into that? You know the I've seen niggas smuggle shit in avocados, baked bean cans. I've never seen, but yeah, I've seen avocados.
It doesn't
pineapples.
Cease. It doesn't cease.
Watermelons, like fruit is a common thing that I see people be doing. But they check, like when you cross borders and shit, like niggas is gonna check that shit.
There's so many ways that people probably thought of to hide and stuff. They probably just check everything, man. They literally can check a car from inside panels to everything and see if anything is off. They literally know if something is off just by looking at the car. That's how well they know they shit. But the trucks still get here, so it doesn't. All right, my last article here. I'm gonna kind of hurry it up. It is good news. So I saw a video the other day. It was, I guess it's footage of a Ring camera. So in the video, a lady is running to the door and banging on the door, and ringing the bell. And the reason she's doing that is because the house that the person who she's banging on the door, the house is on fire. The roof is on fire. So Carolyn Palish saw smoke outside her window early one morning. She knew that she had to check on the family next door. So their family of 6. She basically in the video she just banged on the door. She kept ringing the door, banging on the door, and until they got out. And according to the article, minutes after they escaped, the roof collapsed and smoke filled for the house. And the firefighter said if the family had been sleeping while the roof had caved in, they would have inhaled the smoke and immediately passed out. So yeah, we'll put the video in there.
She essentially saved their lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen it. I saw it on Instagram the other day.
Yeah. So shout out to her. Shout out to her for doing that.
That's what's up for doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, luckily they came out because if somebody was banging on my door like that, I would have been like, what the fuck? I don't even know if I would have answered. But
I definitely would have answered.
I don't know the way. I don't know. Cause we have a person that lives next door to us. They be doing that. But it's a different situation with them. But I don't know. I just know. But luckily she did that and everybody got out of the house safe. Cause I saw it was kids and shit too coming out. I don't know if they had like a prior relationship. Cause sometimes you be cool with your neighbors and sometimes you don't.
Well, even if you are or not, I would be happy that kind of stuff still happen.
Yeah.
Even if you're not cool with them, they should be able to tell you that kind of stuff happened. You know?
Fucking niggas let you die.
That'd be fucked up. I don't think. You know what? I'm not gonna say I don't think people.
He
like
never cuts his grass. I'm not gonna say anything. I didn't see it. That's what they gonna say. His dog shitting in my yard. Let them fucking burn. That'd be fucked up.
That'd be
fucked up. That really be fucked up. Oh, that's all you got?
Yeah.
Alright guys, we're moving swiftly here. The first thing I have for what's trending, we talked about the deadly Bronx fire last week that killed 19 people.
I think there were children involved too. Says survivors of the deadly Bronx fire have filed a $1 billion lawsuit against the building's landlords. It says this past Sunday, over a dozen people lost their lives in a deadly fire that took place in the Bronx area of New York City. Originally, it was announced that 19 people were deceased due to the fire. However, officials later provided an update and said that it was a total of 17, so it was 17 on 19. There were at least 5 dozen others that were injured due to the fire. Now 2 survivors have become the first ones to file a lawsuit following the fire. According to ABC 7 New York, the 2 survivors, who are also a couple, is suing the building's landlords. They say the landlords were aware of the defective conditions and failed to keep up with the conditions. In the lawsuit, which was filed on behalf of Rosa Reyes and Felix Martinez, it states that they suffered serious injuries as a result of the fire. They are seeking $1 billion in damages from the owners of the building as well as the managers. The news outlet reports that in the lawsuit, the survivors also accuse the landlords of failing to make sure the front doors of each apartment, damn it, got cut off right there. I'd have to go on this fucking shit to find it. But yeah, they're suing them for, I think that's a hefty amount though, like $1 billion. I don't think you're going to get
It's probably, they just put something exorbitant so that they could settle.
Yeah, that's true. I want $1 billion.
That's
Alright, we'll give you $200. That'd be fucked up though. But no, that was a serious situation. We talked about that last week about the Bronx fire, and I was talking about how one of my boys I was talking to about in New York, he used to live up there, and he was talking about like how the buildings are all fucked up. It's not really like a lot of fire escape plans and shit like that. Like shit like that is just not common. And he was saying that there are probably gonna be a lot of changes to buildings and shit like that, like escape plans. What's the shit called? Fucking the shit that be hanging up on the fucking wall. Fire safety plan. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
evacuation plan.
Yeah, evacuation plan. They have pictures of the people that lost their lives. I didn't even see this. They're all black. What the fuck? Every single person in this picture is black. Damn. What the fuck? Rest in peace to all of them, man. Damn, it's really children, bro. It's really children right here. That's a really fucked up situation. But yeah, I saw this almost immediately after we recorded last week, so I thought I'd bring it up this week that some of the survivors are filing a lawsuit, and I do think,
Justified.
yeah, not only justified, but I do think something will happen out of this. I think they will get something.
Yeah,
I definitely think they'll get something.
And I think hopefully, if anything, this changes too.
Yeah, it definitely needs to be changed.
You can't do that. You know?
If buildings are unsafe like that up there, it definitely needs to be changed.
Yeah, because people don't care.
Until something happens.
Yeah.
And it's too late. I can't wait till we get to the Q&A segment. I really just want to do it right now, but we can't. Nike will reportedly fire unvaccinated employees this weekend. Well, the weekend that just passed. I thought this was very not unfair. Yeah, it is kind of unfair. It is kind of unfair. Nike has informed some employees that they're being fired for failing to comply with the company's vaccine mandate. Well, it's their mandate, I guess. According to Insider, Nike, one of the largest employers in the world. Why they put in the area? They sent an email to impacted workers this week informing them that they will be fired on Saturday for failing to get vaccinated. Can you imagine getting that email?
So ironic.
Let me finish. It says, quote, you failed to complete a verification process and our records show that you do not have an approved exemption. As a result, you are not in compliance with the policy and your employment is scheduled to be terminated on Saturday, January 15, 2022. Go ahead.
I find it ironic. Nah, maybe it could be stretching it a bit. Maybe you'll tell me that, right? I find it ironic that they're going to penalize people for not doing that. And maybe some people have been taking the precautions to be safe and they're just still skeptical about it. I'm not saying don't get your shot. You should be your choice to get the shot if you want to get it or not, right?
Correct.
Still, I believe it definitely comes down to choice. I'm pro-choice. And then when you consider the fact that you have a choice to kneel or stand for the flag that they support, would that be wrong to say?
It's kind of similar in some ways. I get where you're going with it.
They're backing that, but then they're not backing the freedom of choice in order to
vaccine. You're right.
Keep in mind, I'm not like a conspiracy theorist, man. I'm trying not to. I don't want to be labeled as that, such. You know, I believe that the vaccine. If you believe, that the vaccine is going to work and do all that kind of stuff, and you believe it's the right choice for you, go and do it.
Right.
Because it does give you, like some what they say, immunity to it to a degree. I guess to what their experts are saying.
Yeah.
And I believe still it should be the freedom of choice to an extent, because if you decide that you want to go and get the vaccine, but you don't want to go and get the vaccine, but you're not out here with your mask on, taking the right precautions, then you probably need to be penalized. But if you're really still skeptical about it, but you're still taking the precautions about it, still taking the precautions as far as wearing your mask and all that kind of stuff, and you're kind of just skeptical about the vaccine in general, and you maybe want to hold off a little bit more, or you just don't want to do it, you don't know how your body's going to react, but you're still taking the precautions about being safe, then I believe it should be your choice. You understand what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I want to hear something. Bitch, say it again.
Penalize.
Penalize, yeah. What?
Penalize.
I don't say it like that because it sounds like penis.
What the
I say
fuck?
penalized. But is penalized and penalized? No,
I have to ask.
It's spelled the same way.
No, it's because remember certain words.
So if you're on the football field, you're getting penalized.
It depends, man. Because remember, we derive our English. It's very watered down, complete to like UK, like actual English.
It sounds like you're saying penile infection. This nigga said. I just don't say penalized. I always say penalized. I never say that.
So what do you think about that?
I thought this was unfair. Like I said earlier, I thought this was unfair, but I think that some of these people were aware of the problem. Like, it's pretty much telling them that they were aware before. It wasn't just like, hey, you're getting fired, you're not vaccinated. Like, I guess they gave them some type of warning. It says you didn't complete the verification process, and our records show that you did not have an approved exemption. So I guess these people were informed, but they probably didn't think. You know how your job say some shit, you be like, damn, niggas ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah.
And then you get fired, you be like, damn, niggas was serious. Yeah, so that's probably what happened, but I do think that that's unfair. I think everybody, but it's like, what are they doing? And it's like, what is the job? If you're sitting behind a desk in a cubicle and you're not vaccinated, is it that serious?
Like I said, I believe in free choice.
Like,
I'm not gonna say if the vaccine works or not. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. So I mean,
I think these niggas like, man, yeah.
I
like I said, I think it's unfair, but I don't know, man. I just want to know, like, were these like warehouse Nike workers? Were these niggas in the Nike office? Like, I want to know, like, what these niggas were specifically doing. Because if they weren't doing anything that like that's putting people in jeopardy, if it's not doing anything that's putting other people's health in jeopardy, I don't think it's that serious to fire these niggas.
yeah.
If you're sitting in a cubicle pushing papers all day, it's not that serious. That's just my opinion. That's what I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, them niggas got fired. Dog. So I don't know if y'all guys looking for a job, but I know where somewhere you can work. OnlyFans. Hey, OnlyFans count. Guys, y'all can do it too. I don't know what you can sell. But guys are finding some shit to sell on OnlyFans. Just try it, guys. I don't know. But I don't even know where this was. It doesn't say, like, I don't know if this is the, like, Nike Corporation, like, in Los Angeles or something like that. I don't even know where it's at, but I don't know. But yeah, I thought that was unfair. But what do you guys think? I only got 2 more things, and then we'll move on to the next segment. The next thing I have says Netflix is increasing their prices on all streaming plans effective immediately. Do you pay for your Netflix?
Yeah, I pay a portion for it.
Wait,
Which is only like
student
$3.
discount?
Yeah.
Netflix prices, why can't I say Netflix? Netflix prices are going up again. In the U.S., the subscription price for the standard plan went up $1.50 to $15.49. The basic plan went up $1 to $9.99, and the premium plan went up $2 to $19.99. In case you're wondering, it's not just some plans being hit with the increase, but all of them in both the U.S. and Canada. CNN reports. In the U.S., the subscription, I just read all the prices. A Netflix spokesperson spoke about the latest price increases. They said, quote, "We understand people have more entertainment choices than ever, and we're committed to delivering an even better experience for our members. We're updating our prices so that we can continue to offer a wide variety of quality entertainment options. As always, we offer a range of plans so members can pick a price that works for their budget." What does that have to do with increasing the price? Updating the prices so you can continue to offer a wide variety of quality entertainment. What does that have to do?
Well, think about it.
Just be saying it
Well,
just to
think
make
about it.
They just want to up the shit because they know niggas is gonna pay for it.
Why? But why is it wrong? Because Netflix, they do. Now think about it.
You were just saying that the other week. You were saying like there's some good shit.
So think about this subjectively before you guys jump in and say, like, this is completely wrong.
How many niggas really pay for your?
If you had a business and you offered a service, and steadily over time you've been gaining more and more customers, now you're doing in-house stuff. You can essentially make and develop products and all that kind of stuff, and it's becoming a more of a success, right? More of a success as as you can, as you go on and you're competing with other platforms and you're constantly winning in a lot of categories. Do you think that you're going to stay the same as far as stagnation and as far as prices? You're not going to do that. You're going to want a little bit more profit. At least the discrepancy between pricing tiers is not really drastic. We're talking about $2.
Yeah,
People spend more than $2 on other, on like fucking coffee and shit. Like I spend more than that on coffee. And think about it. A lot of the stuff that Netflix released, like, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the stuff is pretty good, man. Like the series that they have, a lot of this in-house series that they make, a lot of the movies.
You don't even watch series.
The series, like, I watch like documentaries they do, like on like animals and stuff like that. And there was a world
monkeys.
Yeah, there's like other documentaries, like history documentaries that are pretty freaking good, and these are all developed by Netflix.
What you learned about monkeys?
And so that's pretty good. And then we talking about, and in reference to that last movie, we talking about what is it? Holiday Fall?
Yeah.
That was a great fucking movie. I liked it. I liked
You really watch some shit on monkeys? Or are you just playing?
I'll be watching shit on animals. Yeah.
So it was monkeys for real.
Yeah.
What did you learn?
They throw shit.
I mean, we knew that. You didn't learn that.
Anyways, the price is not going to stay the same. As a business, the goal is to grow and expand, and you need money for that. To branch out and to compete, market penetration, all that kind of stuff. You need that as a business to grow. Your prices can't remain the same. That's just not how it works. They want to acquire more stuff. I mean, they want to acquire more, business ventures. They want to compete. They want to stay relevant in this market where we're talking about streaming in general. It's so hot right now that so many people could come in the door and they're trying to scoop up those shares, scoop up that piece of the pie. So they have to stay relevant. And I'm not gonna say that Netflix doesn't offer that kind of stuff to make you want to do that. They do. They have good stuff. So they have pretty solid shows and whatnot. So
I don't really watch Netflix. I watch Hulu more than all of them.
I don't like Hulu like that, bro. To be honest with you, bro.
I watch Hulu. I mean, that's what my TV is. I got live TV through Hulu now, but that's it. But Hulu has better shit than Netflix to me. I don't watch documentaries and shit that often.
Yeah.
But like the shows they have.
Yeah.
Like Netflix don't have all them shows that Hulu.
Yeah.
Like classic shows like Everybody Hates Chris.
Yeah.
Hey Arnold and shit like that. Fucking Netflix ain't got that. Hey Arnold, nigga. Hey Arnold. That they ain't got that. Nigga, you watch documentaries on monkeys? Shut up.
There's other animals besides monkeys, bro.
What else? Parrots? What else you was watching? That's what I was trying to ask. Tell
History.
me.
Just like real movies that they have.
What I was gonna say was, I was gonna say that everything that you were saying, niggas don't care. But
I guess I can't expect.
But you know what? I was gonna change and say niggas don't care about this price increase because it's only like $1, $2. They gonna be mad for the moment, like man, these niggas, bro. But guess what? They gonna pay for it because it's only $1, $2. So niggas really don't care. That's something that they can get away with because, like you said, it's such a low of a raise. That's something that they can get away with.
Yeah.
And it's the second time they've increased their prices. I haven't heard anything.
Second time in like 3 years, maybe.
Yeah, and I haven't heard anything about fucking niggas dropping their Netflix. A lot of niggas don't even pay for that shit. I think the people that, because the person that I watch my Netflix to, they don't be watching Netflix. The people that's paying for Netflix don't even be watching Netflix. It be fucking 5 other people watching their Netflix. The main person that bought it usually don't be watching it.
Yeah.
That's how it be. What I got? One more? This is the last thing I have, guys, for what's trending, and then we'll move on to the next segment. There is a new law that has been passed in Spain. Do you have you listened to Spain? I don't know if it was Spain. But if we do, shout out to everybody in Spain.
They passed a new law to make pets legal family members.
Oh, I saw that.
According to Pet Guide, Spain has started legally recognizing pets as sentient beings. No, I'm sorry. Sentient beings?
Sentient beings, probably, I guess.
Why did I say sentient? I thought it was an M right there. Sentient beings rather than property. I've never thought of my dog as property.
I don't think most people do
When I
that.
had my dog.
I don't think most people think of their dogs like that.
Rest in peace to my dogs, man. What this means is that in case of legal fights where pets are involved, the court will consider the animal's well-being when deciding who gets custody over the pet. Okay, hold on. What this means is that in the case of legal fights where pets are involved, the court will consider the animal's well-being when deciding who gets custody over the pet. Similarly, the legal change of status for property to whatever that word is, sentient, being also means that pets can no longer be abandoned, seized, or mortgaged. Their feelings and happiness are taken into account, so the outcome is the best possible for the pet, and not just a matter of outdated legalities. Okay, this is too much now. This is too much. This is too much. Why'd you look like that? This is too much. When I saw the headline, I was like, oh, I didn't think it was gonna be as deep as they just went into this shit. Like, bro, their feelings and happiness taken into account, fucking legal court battles and the well-being. I didn't think it was gonna be all that type of shit, but yeah, they're passing it to make pets legal family members. I just thought that was funny, just the headline of it itself. But that's why you gotta read these articles to really see what the fuck they talking about. But can you imagine if you go to somebody's house in Spain and you be like, somebody be like, yo, go check on my cousin. And you go upstairs and it's a fucking dog. You be like, nigga, nobody's up there. And they're like, nah, foo up there. And it's a fucking dog. Go check on my cousin. And it's a fucking dog. Can't you fucking imagine?
You got an imagination, bro.
What? They ain't put it into law. What you mean?
You got a fucking imagination.
They put it into law.
You got like too much reading rainbow or some shit. Too much reading rainbow, bro.
Hey, bro, go check on my cousin upstairs.
That's the name of this episode.
Reading rainbow.
Too much reading rainbow.
That's too long. That's too much.
Alright, reading rainbow.
What did you say? Too much reading rainbow. What does that mean? I watched too much reading. I didn't even watch that show like that. I didn't like that show.
I did. It was a good show.
I don't even know the nigga's name that hosted it. I don't remember that nigga's name.
I didn't remember either, bro.
That's fucking funny. Yeah, all that other bullshit. I don't know what they talk about. This legal shit, man. Fuck all that. You know what? Real niggas' pets is already their family. That's how I felt about my two dogs. They was already family.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's my brother. Nah, nobody's ever said that. Some white people probably said that. But nobody's ever said that. But real niggas always would be like, man, that's family. He's not just a dog, he's family. That's how I felt about my dogs. I had my dogs for a long time. Like 14, 15 years. So that's all we got for What's Trending, guys. We're going to move on now. I have a rest in peace to give out. I sent this to Brandon, too, the other day. So this won't be anything that he hasn't heard already. We want to send a rest in peace out to the CEO and general manager of Marta, the train, the train company.
Yeah.
That was originated in Atlanta, right?
Mm-hmm. Marta's down here, yeah.
He actually died on Friday. He actually committed suicide, guys. He actually jumped in front of a MARTA train at East Lake Station. As serious as that sounds, when I first saw this, I didn't think that it was even true. I thought this was like a fabricated story. I was like, man, there's no way.
Yeah.
Because it says RIP to Marta's GM CEO Jeffrey Parker, who died Friday night by jumping in front of a MARTA train at East Lake Station. So he actually did this. This was actually true. They have a whole article here. I'm not gonna read this whole thing. It says, quote, he was an outstanding leader and steward of Marta whose passing leaves us all heartbroken. What else to go here? The entire Metro Atlanta region owes him a debt of gratitude for his transformational efforts, and we will not stop working to build on the foundation that he created. Marta has served as Atlanta's primary transportation service since the 1960s. I don't remember the last time I took the Marta, bro. It's been a very long time. He was named CEO and general manager of the service in March 2018. And before that, he was vice president of one of the country's leading architecture and engineering consulting firms. So, rest in peace to him. I brought this up because, man, you just never know what people are going through, bro.
Yeah.
Because I think from what I read, a lot of people were saying, like, this is just a shock that he actually did this. Like, it just came, like, out of nowhere. But
I mean, when you think about it, man, it's just wild.
Yeah, because I saw a lot of that in the comments. People were saying, like, damn, what was he mentally going through? Because you just never know people, man. That's why it's always good to just check up on people, just ask how they're doing, ask their well-being.
You see the commercials on TV sometimes, man, when people, they talk about just talk to your friend. I saw a commercial like that a couple times the other day. They were like I said earlier, if you, like about the uncomfortable conversations with your friends. Like sometimes you just gotta have them, man. Just check on your people, just make sure everything's good. Cause you just never know. Sometimes people just need someone to talk to. This might have been an example. Maybe he just needed someone to talk to. I didn't see anything about him having a family or anything like that. I'm not saying that he didn't. I just didn't see it in this article. But yeah, rest in peace to him, man. Cause yeah, he actually jumped in front of a Marta train and committed suicide. So rest in peace to Jeffrey Parker, man.
Rest in peace.
CEO and GM of Marta. We are gonna move on to the music segment now. Yeah, this is like some of the fastest we've ever gone on an episode, dog.
Yeah, to be honest.
We're almost there.
We might have found a sweet spot back with our articles and stuff. It might be keep it at
Yeah,
5.
like 4 or 5 each.
Most important 5, and then just keep it at that.
Yeah, keep it at that. Yeah, that's cool. All right, music segment, guys. First thing we have here, it was announced. I didn't think it was true, but this is happening with a lot of artist projects now. Lil Wayne put "Sorry for the Wait," one of his most classic mixtapes, I think, that dropped before the Carter 4. It is now on streaming services, and he added, I think, 3 songs to the beginning of it, to the beginning of the mixtape. So, "Sorry for the Wait" is now on streaming. You know what I'm waiting for on streaming? Oh, well, it's already on there. No Ceiling is already on streaming, I think. Is it? I think he just recently put No Ceilings on there. Fuck out of here. That was like in the past year. Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
On Apple or not?
Where is it? Yeah, No Ceilings. It's just like with mixtapes like that, sometimes they have to make.
On here for real.
They have to make certain changes sometimes because you know the thing about Wayne, he raps on other people's beats.
Yeah.
And to put that on streaming, you need clearance and all that type of shit. Sometimes the name has to be changed, or the song, the fucking beat has to be changed a little bit. But I didn't see any significant changes on the "Sorry for the Wait" mixtape. Wayne might be the king of mixtapes, guys. On some real shit. He really might be the king of mixtapes because I'm just looking at the track.
Yeah, he is.
He's definitely the king of mixtapes. Man. Dedication, No Ceilings, the Drought series.
The Drought, yeah.
Yeah, Wayne is definitely that guy, man. And he was one of my favorite rappers of all. Like we had a conversation all the time. He's definitely top 5 of all time to me. I think to both of us, but
yeah,
a lot of people don't think so. I don't know why though.
But maybe they don't think generationally. I don't know.
He definitely fell off to me. I didn't even listen to the first 3 new songs.
I think people don't realize that before Drake, it was Wayne that was in that era. There wasn't Drake before. For Drake, Wayne literally passed the torch on to Drake.
That's facts.
I guess literally, figuratively, physically, pretty much.
Oh, it's 4 new songs, not 3. Sorry. The first one's called Cameras. Is it anything like Drake's Cameras? No, probably not. I didn't even listen to those 4 new songs.
Play them, see if it's the same beat.
It's not. I doubt it. Is it gonna play?
PIB, I'm in Miami, I'm in the water.
No. And that doesn't sound good at all. Sorry for the Wait is now on streaming, guys. The next thing here, this was actually a surprise to me. Gunna's Drip Season Forever album actually beat The Weeknd for #1 on the Billboard 200 chart in the first week.
Probably justified.
Gunna moved 300,000 total units, and The Weeknd moved 148,000. So this is like a 2,300 difference. A very slim difference. This is Gunna's second #1 album debut. That fucking cover is just Jesus Christ. You know what? I'm not gonna say I haven't went back and listened to the album. I haven't the Weeknd. I haven't gone back and listened to it. But there's a couple songs that I've revisited. The ones I like, I listen to those. But as far as the album, I haven't gone back and listened to the entire album again. Like when I listen to an album the first time, and I really like it, I'm gonna keep replaying it. But if I listen to it and I only like a couple songs from it, I'm just gonna listen to those songs. I'm not gonna keep replaying the album. And this is one of those
The
albums.
album he's talking about is The House is Burning.
Well, I'm saying, and that's not the only album I replayed. But yeah, this past year that was the one I replayed the most.
Definitely mine.
But let's talk about Gunna's growth, man. This is a lot of things. This is something right here that people don't understand sometimes, man. It takes time. It takes patience. I have the first week sales of all of Gunna's major projects from 2016. Drip Season 1 in 2016 only sold less than 5,000 first week.
Yeah.
Same with Drip Season 2 the year after. So he sold about the same the first 2 years, 2016, 2017. Drip Season 3, about 15,000.
Mm-hmm.
So about $10,000 increase for the next year. 2019, Drip or Drown 2, 90,000. So 15 to 90. Wanna 111,000 year after. And now DS Forever 150,000. So he literally had an increase every single year. 2016, 17, well, the first two, no. 18, 19, 20, 22. So it's just progression, patience, man, growth. 150, that's actually a big number. That's a big number first week. Like for someone like Gunna, I didn't even think he would even sell that much. I don't even remember. I didn't even listen to one. I don't even know what song was on.
Dubs, like last album.
I don't even know what's on Wanna. What the fuck? What is Wanna? What's up with these words that Gunna's creating? P, Wanna. These niggas are so weird. Push it, P. That's weird. That's a weird one. It's funny though. That pushing P shit is fucking funny.
I don't be saying that shit.
The fucking, you seen the picture I
I'm
said?
pushing D.
Pushes.
I'm pushing D.
What is that?
D's nuts.
Didn't see that one coming. I really didn't. I thought you was gonna say something else. Shout out to Gunna, man. I didn't listen to this album all the way through more than once either, but I'm not mad at a black man progressing. I'm not mad at that. Or anybody progressing in music, period. I'm not mad at anybody progressing and improving. I'm not mad at that at all. So shout out to Gunna, man. Alright guys, we have Kendrick news. Nah, fuck that. Is this next? Okay, this was next. We have Kendrick news, guys. Finally! We have something from Kendrick Lamar. He is set to produce a comedy film with the South Park creators. This nigga man is like that has nothing to do with that album. Give him a round of applause. He's making a film. I'm joking. Fuck that film. Nigga, nobody give a fuck about this fucking bullshit. Kendrick, what the fuck are you doing, nigga? We want to hear the nooses shit. What was the shit? The Hangsman's noose. We want to hear that. We want to hear that shit.
He exploring his horizons, I guess.
So fuck. Kendrick Lamar is producing a new live-action comedy movie with South Park creators. According to Billboard, Kendrick Lamar and Dave Free are teaming up with South Park co-creators Matt Stone and Trey Parker to produce a comedy film for Paramount Pictures. The yet untitled live-action comedy will depict the past and present coming to a head when a young black man, who is interning as a slave reenactor at a living museum. Wait. What? Depict the past and present coming to a head. What the fuck does that mean? Coming to a head. I think they mean coming ahead. When a young black man who was interning as a slave reenactor at a living history museum. I don't understand what the sentence is, but because I think they fucked it up. He discovers that his white girlfriend's ancestors once owned his. Ooh. Imagine that. I get what they're saying now. Imagine you date a white girl, and you find out that her ancestors owned your ancestors. How would you feel? It has nothing to do with her, right? It's like that's not. I mean, that has nothing to do with you. Like this. But would you be upset?
Probably. I'll probably feel some type of way. Feel slighted.
Didn't that happen in Family Guy?
Yeah.
Remember he tried to not turn the page.
Lando Griffin or something.
The nigga had a little afro and he was black. Yo, Family Guy is one of the funniest shows ever, dog.
It is.
Is Family Guy funnier than Boondocks?
Nah.
Come on, let's have a conversation.
You know what? Nah. That's a good question. Yeah, Family Guy might be funnier than Boondocks, bro. It's had a lot of funny moments.
You know what? I saw somebody post the other day, and I totally forgot about this on Martin Luther King Day. Shout out Martin Luther King, man. Damn, happy belated Martin Luther King, guys.
Sorry, guys.
Happy belated Martin Luther King. Happy belated Martin Luther King Day to everybody out there, guys. I saw that remember the episode when he was alive? He came out.
Oh, he came back, yeah.
And the niggas was acting fucking ratchet and shit at the little convention or whatever. And he was like, "Would you niggas shut the fuck up?" You remember he said that shit? Somebody had posted that shit, and I was like, "Damn, that shit really happened on that show." That was funny. Like, who thinks of that? Who sits in the studio and says, "You know what? Let's make an episode about Martin Luther King awaking from a coma in the present day." Like, who thinks of that? You talking about I got imagination. Yeah. Who thinks of that?
I don't know.
That's pretty cool.
Some creative dude.
Kendrick,
Woman.
we don't want to see this. I didn't even like South Park. I didn't like it. Kendrick Duckworth.
I didn't really watch South Park like that.
I was not a South Park fan at all, ever.
Even though some clips I've seen that actually be pretty funny. Like, it'd be decent funny.
Like South Park, Squidbillies, all that bullshit. I never was.
I hated that fucking show. I used to look at it for a second and be like, is there really people that turn to this channel and watch this show?
Ain't that the one with the little octopus grandma?
Yeah. With the shotgun?
Sometimes, you know, when your show go off and then Squid come on,
You'd be like, yeah.
you'll be laying in the bed, that show just be on, you just be looking at the TV like, what the fuck is going on? Sometimes it'd be some funny shit going on, but I would change the channel after a little bit. What else we got? Kendrick, we don't want to hear this, man. Just put the fucking album out, please. Please just put the...
What if that countdown was really for that?
The album? Oh, for this day. I'd be fucking pissed. This nigga Kendrick, dog. I didn't even see anything else about this countdown shit that we talked about last week. Apparently, if you didn't hear last week's episode, there was a countdown on one of Kendrick's websites, and it ends next, and a lot of people are speculating that it's the countdown to his album release date, but it's probably not, because every time, whenever you think it's going to be something for the artist, it's never what you think it is. It's some bullshit. So it's probably some bullshit. But I'm waiting for Kendrick, man. We need it. Like, it's time. It's time, bro. And I'm like, bro, why the fuck are you taking so long? What are you doing? What the fuck are you... It doesn't take that long to make an album. It doesn't take that long, bro. It doesn't take 5 years to make an album. I can make an album in a year, and I've never made an album before.
Who you gonna get?
Don't worry about that. I can't tell you that. I can get you to produce a track, though. I'm pretty sure you can put some shit together and produce a track.
Probably.
Pretty sure you can do that. Alright, what else we got? Alright, guys. I don't remember. Let me look at this nigga's discography, because I want to see. Because I remember we talked about one of his albums on here, and I was like, bro, that shit sounds terrible. It wasn't mixed good. This nigga's name is Stevie. Earl Sweatshirt's real name is Stevie, guys. I did not know that. Earl Sweatshirt put out an album last week. It is titled Sick. I think it's... No, it wasn't this one. This 2018 one. When did we start the podcast? 2019?
2019.
There was a mixtape or something he put out when we, in the midst of us doing this podcast. Oh, here it is right here. Earl, no, it's not that. But I didn't like it at all. I didn't like that shit. Oh, Feet of Clay, that's what it was called. That shit sounded fucking terrible. Yeah, November 1st, 2019. That shit sounded terrible. I think that was the last project of Earl Sweatshirt I listened to. I don't even know what made me listen to this album, because I don't even like Earl Sweatshirt that much. I'm not a huge Earl Sweatshirt fan. But it is titled Sick with an exclamation point. So it's sick! Like that. I don't know why it's called that. But let me tell you guys, this shit was pretty fucking good. The shit was pretty good. You don't believe me? This shit was pretty good. It's only 24 minutes long.
I have faith in Earl Sweatshirt, so...
That shit was pretty good, guys. I think you guys should check it out. It ain't no Isaiah Rashad Houses Burning. It ain't no Tory Lanez Alone at Prom. It ain't no Forest Hill Drive. It ain't no Take Care. It ain't no Good Kid, Mad City. It ain't no fucking Illmatic. It ain't none of that. But it's pretty good. Y'all want to hear one of the beats that he rapped on? This was surprising. I was like, bro, this nigga really rapped on?
Let me hear it.
This is a beat he rapped on. I don't like that. Right here. It's alright, dude. It's alright.
Oh, yeah. That part there, yeah.
That shit's alright.
Yeah,
you gotta hear the whole song.
That last part, yeah, it sounded pretty good there.
That's the last song, Fire in the Hole. I don't know what that means. Butthole? Fire in the butthole? Well, it just says Fire in the Hole. I like that beat though. This is one of my favorite songs. That shit's smooth. Like y'all listen to this album. It's a pretty good album. Hopefully we don't.
I'll hear it after me.
That's the last song. There's only 10 songs. It's only 24 minutes. So like 2.5 minutes a song. It's pretty good though. I like it. Shout out to Earl Sweatshirt, man. I'm not, like I said, I'm not even a huge Earl Sweatshirt fan, but I thought the album was pretty good. What is this? What's next? Kanye explains why he bought the house across the street from Kim Kardashian. Do we care about this?
No,
Let's see.
I don't really.
I didn't hear what he said. I saved it though. Let's see what he said here. Is there a legit reason why he bought the house across the street from your supposedly ex-wife? Aren't they divorced now? Ain't she fucking Pete?
I don't know. I guess.
She fucking Pete. Pete ain't Pete.
Seeing my kids and getting a solid schedule. That's why I even got the house. You know, they flipped it in the, the media like there was something wrong with me getting a house next to my kid. You see, when my mom took me from Atlanta to Chicago, my dad didn't come to the coldest and, most dangerous city in the world to be next to me. He said, I wanted to stay down in Atlanta, because of my career. It's nothing with my career, with this rap, with this media, with none of that. that's gonna keep me from my children, and that's what I want everybody to know. Don't play with me. Don't play with my children, and ain't no security gonna get in between me and my children, and you ain't finna gaslight me, you ain't gonna run this narrative on me. My solace comes.
Damn, that's actually some real shit he said. I didn't think it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be some dumb shit.
Yep.
That's actually some real shit.
Yep.
He ain't gonna keep that nigga away from his kids. And this was fucked up too, because this next thing I have kind of related to that. When he posted the video, you saw that shit? Kanye posted the video.
I heard of it.
I'm gonna play what he said, but he posted his video. Right here.
Public happy birthday. I wasn't allowed to know where her party was. There's nothing legal that's saying that this is the kind of games that's being played.
And the light
It's the kind of thing that really has affected my health for the longest. And I'm just not playing. I'm taking control of my narrative this year. I'm being the father, the best father, the yay version of a father, and I'm not finna let this happen.
In
We're gonna be in real time
take a slight right
with
turn
this
onto I-405
right here.
North.
Chicago, happy birthday. I love you. And I'm just putting this online because I need y'all support. I didn't call Kim, text the nannies. I got on the phone with Tristan. He said, he asked Chloe, won't nobody give me the address to my daughter's birthday party right now? And that's going to imprint in her mind that I wasn't there for her. You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all just wishing.
Kanye says some real shit sometimes.
He does. He has his points where he says some stuff that makes really good sense. And
So he was upset if you didn't hear that nobody was telling him the address to their daughter, Kim and his daughter, Chicago's birthday party, which is kind of fucked up. But there's always two sides to every story, though. So let me say that part, because there could be something that he didn't say. I think there's another part of this.
I was supposed to be in Miami recording my album. My whole schedule is all based around me being able to take my kids to school, me being there for them, making sure that I'm in their life. That's the whole point of having money. They take so many fathers just throughout America. They've been taking the fathers out the homes.
Question, who rides with the GPS talking? Who does that? I don't do that. Kanye, why are you doing that? You got too much money to be doing that. You should know where you're going by now, right?
yeah.
And who drives when they're a billionaire?
Unless it's a new venue.
Are you driving when you're a billionaire? I'm not. I'm a driver.
Nah, I'm driving. I bought all the cars to drive. What you mean?
Yeah, I'll drive from time to time, but I think most of the time I wouldn't be driving. I don't think I'll be driving most of the time. I have a driver. I think drive. But yeah, that's fucked up, man. If that is true, that was fucked up. But he did end up going to the birthday party because apparently Travis Scott sent him the address. So shout out to Travis Scott for saying. Travis Scott trying to be seen as a good guy in the media now. I'm send Kanye the address so they can forget about the Astro World shit. Just what he
did it.
I actually did forget about that until he brought that up. But yeah, man, that's what's up. Oh, he talked about Travis.
I'm so happy right now. I just came from Shy's party, and I just gotta shout out to Travis Scott for sending me the address and the time.
So Tristan is still with Chloe. He said he called Tristan to ask Chloe before the other video. Tristan Thompson. That's what he's talking about.
Oh.
So he's having a baby with another lady.
Chloe's the.
That's his baby mama.
No, that's one of the sisters.
Yeah.
So it's Chloe, Courtney, Kim, and Kylie.
And Kendall. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I guess. Yeah. Kendall.
Maybe the other Jenner.
I forgot. Oh, because it's two younger ones, really young ones, right?
Kendall, yeah. But yeah, man. Kanye says some real shit sometimes, but you can't be mad at that man trying to see his kids, bro. But like I said, there's always two sides to every story. I'm pretty sure maybe there was a reason that he wasn't sent the address to his daughter's birthday party. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Sometimes females
still
be
kind of fucked up, man. You put that stuff aside, because you don't want that memory in a child's. You don't want that in a child's memory that the father didn't show up for her birthday.
That's the part that got to me when he said in her mind that's going to imprint that I wasn't there for her.
Because it will.
Yeah.
So, irregardless, it can't be that to that point that you can't let me see my daughter for her birthday. That's some petty shit.
Yeah. That is, man. He's working on another album already? Oh, yeah, Don, too, supposedly. He's supposed to be in Miami. Record his album. Why can't artists just record their albums at home? Don't they got studios at home? Why they gotta go to, like, Miami and LA and all that shit? Like, just do it at the crib.
Inspiration. They
They done been to all these places a million times. I don't know. I guess. I'm not a rapper. The last thing for music, guys. I haven't even watched this video yet because I wanted to save it for my live reaction. Is this the same video?
But you know that.
Okay. So T.I. says this is the headline. T.I. says no one can see him when it comes to music, not even Jay-Z and Lil Wayne. Before we say anything, let's hear what he says because I have not heard what he said yet.
But you know that when you talking about doing music, bro. You talking about that, you talking about cutting records, you talking about putting shit out, you talking about makes it's better than anything out there, man. Ain't nobody fuck me. Me, bro. You might like somebody else better. It might be somebody else. You know, I like this better than I like T.I. Okay, fine. Cause you like them better. That's cool. That's your preference. And when it comes to putting shit out, ain't nobody fuck me, man.
I think there's another video too.
With me, nigga. None of them. To the point where they don't even want to be on the same record with me, nigga, because they know they can't fuck with me, nigga. You ain't never heard me on no record with nobody, and they dusted me, nigga. You ain't never heard that, nigga. It ain't never happened, nigga. It never happened, nigga. Give a fuck what era you was in, nigga. There was some time I wasn't really paying attention to music, nigga. You can beat me thinking if I ain't thinking.
Is that true? Has T.I. ever been on a song with somebody and he got dusted? I can't think, man. I can't think of that.
Swagger Like Us.
Who dusted him? Who dusted T.I.? No, you know what? T.I. might have had the best verse on Swagger Like Us, B.
Did he?
It's between him and Wayne.
Wayne.
But T.I. went last and T.I. went the fuck in from what I remember. T.I. might have had the best verse on that song. That's up for debate though. I can't remember everybody's verse, but that's up for debate.
I mean, I like that he has the confidence to say what he wants, but I mean...
Whoever posted this posed the question, is T.I. top 5 dead or alive? No, he's not. T.I. is not a top 5 rapper dead or alive. He's top 50.
Opinion.
He's top 50 all time for sure. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe even 40. Maybe 40.
I was going to say 25, but that might be cutting it.
That might be cutting it, yeah.
I don't know if I can name 24 better rappers than T.I.
You know what, it might be 30 then.
I don't know if I can name 24 rappers better than T.I. and everything T.I. has done for the city of Atlanta and just when he was hot.
Wow.
Urban legend, king, fucking trap music, fucking. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but Paper Trail was hard. That was one of his hard songs. With 56 bars and I'm Italy and all
Oh,
that.
yeah. What was the one that come on? Oh, T.I. versus T.I.P.
That one was,
That was
alright. Do we agree with what he said? No one can see him when it comes to music. I think it just the Jay-Z.
T.I. got some hits, man. T.I. got a lot of good music, man. Alright, I'm not gonna lie. But I wouldn't.
He's not better than Jay-Z or Lil Wayne. Those two names, no. There's a lot of other rappers that
he is. Especially Southern rappers. Yes. Like I'd put him over like a lot of.
Do you rank him higher than Ludacris?
I think I would actually.
Do you rank him higher than Andre?
I think I would, bro.
Over Andre? Oh, that one's debatable.
Nah, because he's released more music as far as like
Future.
I don't. You know what? Nah. I wouldn't rank him over Future. He'd be
So
there
then-
with Future. He'd be there with Future. But
So
over.
then you're saying you're putting Future over Andre 3000. That's pretty much what you're saying. And that I cannot agree with.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I
Well,
cannot agree with that.
that was the order.
Who else is it? Jeezy. Put him over Jeezy?
I put him over Jeezy.
2 Chainz. I think Ryan asked me that the other day.
I don't know.
He asked that in
T.I.
chat. He asked that in
2
chat.
Chainz.
Jeezy, I mean 2 Chainz or T.I.
I don't know. That's a harder one.
2 Chainz has better punchlines than T.I. 2 Chainz has very funny and hard punchlines. I think he has a lot of. 2 Chainz doesn't have. Oh, he does have a classic album, but he only has one classic album. To me, 2 Chainz has some classic tapes, but album, I think the classic album is pretty good with like trap music. T.I. has King, Urban Legend, fucking trap music. T.I. has like 3 classic albums, maybe more than that. It's up for debate on what you think when it comes to T.I. King for sure, Urban Legend for sure. That's 2. That's 2 classic albums, but. He's definitely top 5 that are alive in Atlanta, for sure.
Yeah.
But of all time,
I agree.
Of all time. What do you guys think, man? I think that Jay-Z and Lil Wayne... T.I. really wants to do a versus against them niggas. He really does, because he's always saying some shit about Jay-Z and Lil Wayne, and Jay-Z's just laughing at him in the crib. And why is T.I. growing his hair like this? Like, just stick to the low cut you used to have, T.I. The fresh low cut.
Yeah,
like,
he used to
that's
have
cool.
pretty.
Like, what are you trying to do? Why everybody want to grow dreads now? Who started this shit?
Wayne, probably. No, is it? Is it Wayne? Yeah.
Like, Jay-Z with dreads is weird to me. This T.I. with dreads, because T.I.'s dreads are gonna grow really long if he keeps doing that. That's weird to me. Jay-Z is the weirdest one. Niggas trying to be like Cole. Oh, look at this guy. Fuck out of here. What did Ryan ask me earlier? Never mind, I can't remember. That's a classic.
T.I. said dude.
That's on Urban Legend.
T.I.
Look at the track list for Urban Legend. You gonna be like,
there's some truth. I'm not gonna lie. There's before you not what he's saying, and I almost did, but there's a good amount of truth in what he said. I definitely don't think he would be able to challenge like he said, Wayne or Jay-Z. Definitely not that kind of.
Put T.I. with Big Boy. Last question. I'm not even saying Outkast as a whole. I'm just saying the two. You put him on Big Boy.
Yeah, 100%.
I would put T.I. with Big Boy too.
Yeah.
Andre, I would, but Big Boy, yes, I would.
I probably would. To be honest, me personally, I probably would have put him over Andre. Not as far as you know what, rapping ability. Andre can rap like pretty good, but he can rap
very fucking good. When he wants to.
But as far as like if I have to consider hits and all that kind of stuff, I'd have to go with T.I.
That's all we got for music, guys. We're gonna move on to sports real quick. We'll run through this real quick so we can spend about 15 minutes on the Q&A. First thing we have for sports, there's only 3 things we have for sports here. Says that Jake Paul earned $40 million in the ring last year, reportedly, according to Forbes. They estimated that he racked in a combined $40 million before taxes from his 3 boxing victories in 2021, which ran his record to 5-0 overall, with an individual $5 million from his other endeavors, including his videos. Paul comes in at number 2 on the list of the highest paid YouTube stars for 2021, returning to the list for the first time since 2018. So the boxing actually probably boosted his YouTube numbers as well, guys. That's what it looks like from the numbers. That $45 million total would have landed him at number 20 on last year's Forbes list of the world's highest paid athletes, ahead of the only boxer to crack the top 50 of the ranking, Canelo Alvarez, who tied for 48th with $34 million. They got a whole list of all these people. We don't care about that. But yeah, $40 million from YouTube to boxing, guys. I said that. I put this in here just to let you know anything's possible, guys.
Yeah.
Nothing is impossible. Do what you want to do. It might work. It might not work. Just do whatever the fuck you want to do. And shit like this can happen. $40 million from fucking, and this nigga hasn't even boxed anybody for real. And he made $40 million. $40 million fucking dollars, and that boosted his fucking YouTube numbers. Anything's possible, guys. Just let it be known. Speaking of Jake Paul, there's a report saying that Jake Paul is in advanced talks to fight legend Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is in advanced talks with Jake Paul about a $50 million fight after verbally agreeing to a deal. According to The Sun, one Vegas source who counts Tyson as a business associate confirmed that if all goes to plan, then the fight is on. The source said Mike and Jake are on board for an exhibition bout in Las Vegas. Says advanced talks with Jake Paul. What was the number I said before? 50 million fight. Mike Tyson tweeted to the news of the fight. He quoted the tweet and said, "This is news to me. I saw Jake and he never mentioned the fight." So this shit is a lie. So I really thought it was true. I was like, "Yeah, this nigga really gonna fight this nigga? Why did Mike do that?" And Mike tweeted and said that this is news to me. This fight is news to me. So it's not even true, guys. That source, the source was, trust me, bro.
Unless
he's saying on
you think Mike is lying. Mike doesn't lie.
I don't think Mike would even waste his time doing this.
Yeah, he wouldn't. He's not a boxer. He's just not a...
I would watch it.
I would watch it.
I'd tell you that.
I'd watch it.
I'd fucking watch it because I want to see Mike knock this motherfucker out finally.
I'd like to see like him against Evander though.
We saw that like twice. He bit his ear off. We saw that already.
I mean, they wanted to fight, so...
We saw that. What? Yeah, it was twice, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was twice.
Yeah, we saw that. We don't want to see them fight as old niggas.
I don't know who he's gonna fight.
Mike did not go hard against Roy Jones. He didn't go hard.
Yeah, but he looked pretty good, man.
He did look good, and he didn't go hard.
Roy was gas, man.
Yeah, that nigga was fucking tired.
But don't let it cloud your judgment on Roy, man. Roy was...
He was that nigga.
Roy was that dude, bro.
He was that nigga. Shout out to Roy Jones. Shout out Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Not shout out Jake Paul. Nah, he made $40 million. Kudos to him, he did it.
Man.
Shout out to Jake Paul.
How you make your money? How you make your money, man?
Make your money, Jake. I want to see you get knocked out, though. I can't wait to see it because I think it's gonna be funny. But that's fucked up though. Why do I want to see somebody down?
I want somebody who actually boxes and can box to fight him, to really see. But he seems to be taking his training and stuff seriously, so we'll see. It's only up, you know? It's only up from here, I guess.
Alright, guys, last thing for sports. First round NFL playoffs passed. The wild card round passed. Did your team make it to the next round, guys? Because my team did it, because they didn't even make the playoffs. So did your team make it? What do we have this week? What happened last week? Let's go to NFL. Are the Lakers losing again? No, they're winning. What the fuck was that?
Oh,
Las Vegas to Cincinnati. That was a good game. Cincinnati came out on top. Buffalo destroyed New England Patriots. That was a shock to me and Brandon and everybody around the world. Well, not around the world, to us. Tampa Bay handled the Eagles. San Francisco and Dallas. Dallas did some Dallas shit. That shit was fucking funny. That shit was fucking funny how they fucking lost.
Yo.
Kansas City blew out Pittsburgh. The Rams blew out the Cardinals. Fucking the Cardinals looked really bad in that game of the night. So what we got next week, or this Saturday, we have Cincinnati Bengals at Tennessee Titans at 4:30. At 8:15, we have the 49ers at the Green Bay Packers. We like the Bengals or the Titans?
I like the Bengals, man.
The public is saying 79%, well, as of now, for the Titans.
Shout out to Joe Burrow, man. Gotten him this far, man. What, 31 years?
Say what? Yeah, the 31 years.
Shout out, man.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I think it's 30 or 31 that the
It's
Bengals
31.
won the playoff game.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Bengals. I actually want to see the Bengals win this game against the Titans,
Yeah.
and I think they got a
do
chance.
too, yeah.
I think Derrick Henry's coming back though for the Titans, so I don't know about that one. The 49ers and Packers. I got the Packers. I got the Packers
Yeah.
on that one. Sunday at 3, we have the Rams at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I have no idea about that one. The Rams look good, guys. They look good against the Cardinals. I don't know about this one.
Yeah.
But I can never bet against Brady, though, so I have to pick Tampa.
Can't.
I have to pick Tampa. All right, this is the hardest one. 6:30 Sunday. Buffalo Bills at Kansas City Chiefs. I have no idea.
Cause them Bills, they blew them out. Blew them boys out last week, man. 30-point deficit.
Yeah, 53% Kansas City, 47 Bills as of right now, as far as betting on who's going to win.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to pick, I'd say Kansas City, man. If I had to pick. So I'd say Cincinnati Bengals and Kansas City AFC Championship, Green Bay Packers and Tampa Bay again, because that was the NFC Championship last year. But we'll see what happens, man. It's going to be exciting. This is going to be a really good round.
Yeah.
Because I think all these games could go either way, except the San Francisco. I think Green Bay is going to fuck San Francisco up. That's the only
Well,
one.
hopefully we can get a different Super Bowl this year.
I think one of the teams will be the same. It's either
Right.
going to be Tampa or Kansas City.
Right. I think
Maybe
it'll be
not both. Maybe not both.
I think it'll be Tampa, to be honest with you. I would
I'd say
standing how it is. But you think it's gonna be Kansas City?
I think Kansas City's going to go back.
Nah.
I think they're going to go back.
But then that goes against what you're saying about betting against Tom Brady.
Well, they're not in the same conference.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're not in the same conference. So they would have to meet in the Super Bowl. But, yeah, I think Kansas City. That's my opinion. That's all we got for sports, guys. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Playoffs is here. All right, this is it. This is what I gotta remember everything I was gonna say, man. I gotta remember everything I was gonna say because I planned this. I planned this shit, guys. All right, we're gonna move on to the Q&A segment. What am I doing here? What we got? Okay, we're gonna move on to the Q&A segment, guys, to close this episode out. I think we're on like an hour and 15, really, because I think we only recorded like 3 minutes in. All right, so Q&A segment. If you don't know, we answer you guys questions, but we not fucking doing that this week. I'm gonna talk about our own shit this week, guys. If you have a question that you do want to send us, though, any type of debate scenarios, debate thing to help to make me and Brandon fight, or me and Ryan fight, because it's named Ryan today, send that question to socialjunkiePod@gmail.com. We don't read your names. We read your gender for related to the question. Social Junkie POD is over there next to Brandon. Put it right there. @gmail.com. Q&A segment, guys. This is a very interesting topic to me. It may not be interesting to everybody here. Y'all probably like when I say what it is. Y'all niggas be like, "Oh, this nigga, that's what it is." Like, come on, bro. Some niggas might say that, but it's not anything stupid. It's not anything stupid. But how do I start this? All right. So, like I said earlier, we were gonna talk about this a long time ago because I remember I had this written down in notes. This was gonna be a Q&A topic a long time ago, but we didn't do it. I have a story that I'm gonna tell, and I'm gonna play a little bit of the video that I actually watched. But I saw a video, just not the video I'm talking about. There's another video I saw a long time ago, maybe in the past year. I saw a video of a girl, I think it was on TikTok or Twitter. It might have been Twitter. I don't know how true this is, but she said that hell was a made-up place. It was made up by slave owners to instill fear in slaves from killing themselves, to get away, essentially an escape from the torture that slaves were enduring.
To have them.
So they're saying, she said that slave owners were telling them that hell is a place you're going to burn forever if you kill yourself, to instill fear in them from killing themselves.
Okay.
I don't know how true that is, but I remember a lot of people in the comments were agreeing with it. I don't know how true that is. Maybe we can look it up and later and find this out. But the question that we're going to talk about is, because I don't know if a lot of our listeners believe in God or whatever the case is, but the question specifically is, do we think that hell is a real place? Because I've heard a lot of people's opinions on this, because I've heard people say that it's a fabricated place, it's not real. Of course, if you believe in the Bible, that's completely false, that it is a real place. But even if you do believe in the Bible, it's just the whole thing behind hell. You know, it's a place, you're burning, and it's like people running around screaming and fire and all that type of shit, whatever. But you think about it, right? I really want you to pay attention to this. So the story that I'm gonna tell, and I'm gonna play a little bit over here. I was watching a video on YouTube that I came across last night. Actually, it was actually last night. My dad's cousin posted it on Facebook, and the title is what jumped out to me and what actually made me actually watch the video. I'm gonna read the title here. I'll probably put it in the YouTube video here too, so you guys can down in the description, so you guys can actually see it. It's 20 minutes long. The title says, "Young man dies twice and tells what he saw in the afterlife." Now, reading that title, guys, that sounds like some bullshit, correct? It does. Because when I see shit like that all the time, I'm like, yeah, niggas making shit up. I watched this entire video, and I'm not going to say that I can tell when people are lying all the time, but I think that I have pretty good judgment of when somebody's talking to me and whether they're lying or not. Just listening to what this dude was saying, he took a long time to tell the story. He's in the hospital with his mother, and he's young. He's definitely younger than 29. He's black, too. Just listening to what he's saying, he does not sound like he's lying, in my opinion. He sounds like he's telling the fucking truth. And he didn't want to tell the story because he kept telling his mom, like, "Mom, I don't know." He kept stopping. He was like, "Mom, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know." She's just like, "Just tell him. Just tell him what you saw." And he's like, "Nah, I don't know." He took like a good 10 minutes to tell the fucking story. And I think this was from a Facebook Live that he did from the hospital. Because I think he did this Facebook Live because he was saying that a lot of his homeboys that essentially say they are his homeboys didn't even check up on him. So I think that's why he went on Facebook Live to kind of tell people what was going on with him and just show people he was okay. So the story is, I think they didn't tell the whole story about why he was there, but they said that he was having seizures, and from what he was saying in the story, it sounds like he was having seizures from popping pills, Percocets and all that type of shit. So he had multiple seizures, and he flatlined twice. He actually died. He said that a bunch of times in the video. He's like, "Dude, I died twice, bro." He's like, "Bro, I died twice. I died." He kept saying that shit through the entire video. And his mother was just talking about God and all that type of stuff. So I'm not gonna play right now. I'm gonna give a little brief description of what he was saying first. So after he died, and this is up for debate. If you believe it or not, that's up to you. You can watch the video. I said the title. You can go back and watch the video. It's up for debate if you believe him or not. But like I said, from what he was saying and just how he was about to cry and just the sound of his, because you know you can tell when people are lying sometimes.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like he's lying to me. Mm-hmm. He said, how did he start? He said the first thing he was saying was he didn't even go to heaven. This nigga said he went to hell. First of all, he didn't say anything about going to heaven and it's bright lights and I spoke to God. This nigga said he had a conversation with the fucking devil. This nigga said, bro, he's like, bro, the crazy thing about it is, bro, I went to hell, bro. And he said fucking, he went down there, people screaming, people were scared. People were down there screaming, running around. I saw people in the fire. People were scared. And he said the devil was literally talking to me, bro, and he was like, and he kept looking to his mom because he couldn't even get the fucking words out of what he was trying to say. Because he told his mom what he saw. You know, when you're talking to your mom, it's easy to talk to your mom. But when he was talking out loud, he kept like I said, it took forever for him to tell the story. Like, he kept hesitating to tell the story, like, almost like he didn't want to. And he was like, "Mom, I can't even do it, man." And she's like, "Just tell him what you saw. Just tell him." He's like, "I can't because they ain't listening." He said he got down there, right? He saw people screaming and crying. He said he saw people in the fire. He said the devil is not even like the depiction of what the devil, what we see. He said that nigga was a human being. And he said, when I got there, the devil literally jumped down from his kingdom and welcomed me and said, well, and like something along the lines of, "Welcome, my son." And he said he was talking to this nigga, and he said it was broken up into sections. He said hell was broken up into sections, and he was like, "Dog, I don't even read the Bible, guys. I don't know nothing about the 10 Commandments." But he said it was separated by guilt, murder, adultery. He said it was separated by sections. He said as the devil was talking to him, and as I'm talking about this, because I brought this up to Brandon earlier, this could be uncomfortable for some people to talk about, but this is real. Heaven and hell is something that comes, it's a conversation that comes up all the time, so that's why I'm talking about it. And the story, I'm going to play about what he said, but I was just like, damn, that's some crazy shit, what he's saying. He said this nigga welcomed him as his son. He had a conversation with this nigga, and the crazy part of what he said is, he said, bro, this nigga's voice was beautiful. It wasn't anything like what the devil is depicted as. This nigga's a human being. This nigga jumped from his kingdom, welcomed me. This nigga was talking to me. As he was talking to me, this nigga was kicking people in the fucking fire as he's talking to me. And people were burned. That's what he said. It's literally what he said. I'm trying to think of what else he said. I think the beautiful voice, I tried to screenshot. Because I sent it to my mom too. Because my mom, when I see something like that, I'll send it to my mom to see what she thinks. Satan being a regular dude with a beautiful voice. Yeah. So, let me just play some of what he said. This is the YouTube video here. But I thought it was just really an interesting story of what he was saying. I was like, bro, that's some... Like, when you just really sit back and think about it, everything he was saying, I was like, bro, that is really some wild shit, dog. And, oh, yeah, this is what he said. Then he said, as the devil was talking to him, he heard a voice saying, "It's not your time yet," which he essentially believed was God. And that's when he woke up. He flatlined twice now. He kept saying that shit over and over again. He actually died 2 different times from seizures, from what I'm assuming is Percocet, because he brought up Percocet and shit like that. Oh, and he said that it wasn't up and down. It wasn't heaven was up here and hell was down here. He said it was all up. And he said it was a long road. It was a long road to hell, and there was a fucking gate, and the gate closed. But I'm gonna play some of it. I have to skim through it because the shit is too fucking long. But let me play it. Let me get what I can get here.
I ain't even saying it to be crazy. Like, heaven and hell is real.
That's what he looks like. And he's in the hospital.
Like, I died twice. Twice. Man, I died twice. Man, I died twice, y'all. Twice. And the crazy part is I went to hell. Like, heaven and hell is real. Like, for real, like, I don't know, man. Man, bro, I died twice, bro. Twice. Like, bro, I went to hell, bro. Like, I'm real deal in hell. Me talking to the devil, like heaven and hell is for real, bro. It ain't what like people seeing. Like, when I died, bro, like I saw the afterlife. Like,
I don't remember where all the parts are when he said everything, man.
devil literally talking to me, bro. Like,
he stops a lot in this video because I don't think
now, nigga, I can't drive for 6 months. Oh,
Hey, tell gonna bring somebody else
his mom
bro,
was
the
talking.
devil really there talking to me, bro.
by the blood of the Lamb and by the words of your testimony. And so it's okay.
His mom was trying to convince him to tell people the story.
Bro, like, y'all understand, like, I saw, like, bro, the devil really there talking to me, bro. Like, I'm in hell. People screaming. People scared.
That stuff.
If it wasn't for God telling me it wasn't my time, bro, I would not be on live today. I would not be. If it wasn't for God, bro, I promise.
I'm trying to skim through this.
And for my homeboy, they're calling me my homeboy. don't even.
Tell me what you saw. Well, you might need your devil.
He took a while
I don't
to tell
even-
the story.
Bad.
I know
with
what
the devil himself. The devil, bro. And he ain't like, it ain't none of that, like he don't, like he's a real human being, like, I'm real deal. The devil calling me his son, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Because young.
bro, was in the Bible. It was unfolding, like, as I'm in hell, bro, I see people in the fire crying. Clean, like asking for forgiveness, bro.
And it was too late.
And it was too late.
Too late for them.
Bro, I'm in hell. Having conversations with the devil, bro. I died twice.
But the Lord saved you.
Twice.
that's all I'm gonna play. Cause most of the other stuff that I said is most of the shit that he said. So the question is, do you guys think hell is a real place? I know everybody has different opinions on this, and I know this is something that a lot of people are uncomfortable talking about. What do you think about that? Because I did a lot of talking.
I believe that there's a hell.
What do you think about that story? First?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Does he sound like he's telling the truth to you?
He sound like he is. He sound like getting choked up and shit talking about.
My thing is, was he dreaming or was this something that actually happened? We'll never know, but because that's the first thing I thought about. I was like, well, he flatlined though, so it's like, damn, he flatlined twice, so you can't really be dreaming if you're flatlined. That's the thing. But I mean, I don't know we don't know what happens when you flatline. We don't know what the fuck you could do when you flatline. We don't fucking know. We haven't died, so it's like, how do we know? I thought when I saw that, I watched that thing. I watched that video twice. I watched it today before I got here to remember what he said, and I watched it last night. And that was a really interesting story to me. Just, it's really scary to think about. Just the shit he was saying, I was like, damn, bro, that's some scary shit, dog.
Yeah, that's some scary shit.
That's some scary shit, dog. But
I believe that there's a hell. Just because I know that there's evil in the world and people can do evil things and terrible things, and that you can also look at it the contradicting way, and that people also do good things, and good things come
there's
about.
a good side and bad side.
Good side and bad side. So there has to be. And even if somehow there wasn't, I'd rather maintain the faith that something was real, that kind of stuff is real, because that kind of stuff, having faith is it's what guides you as a person. You know, if you don't have faith, I don't know what keeps you going from getting up. What keeps you getting up in the morning if you don't have faith? You have no direction, you know? So I guess the people who don't really believe in that kind of stuff, I'm not pushing religion on you. I'm definitely not the type to do that. What would govern you to put forth the action to even complete your day if you don't have any faith? So I believe that there's a hell in heaven. So what I try to do is I just try to keep that in mind. I'm not gonna say like I go to church and all that kind of stuff. I do pray. And I still think that I go do tests and stuff like that. I believe in God and all that kind of stuff. So, but I'm not like the most holy person. I make mistakes and shit like that. Like I make mistakes. So I personally believe, like I said, that there's a heaven and hell.
Every time I come across a video or something like that, I always think, dog, I'm seeing this for a reason. Somebody's showing me this for a reason. I always think that way. Like this video came across, because my dad's cousin, I don't ever look at anything he posts. He's a barber too in Florida. I never look at anything he posts. I just happen to see that and something. Because when you see shit like that, you'll just keep scrolling like, oh, bullshit. But something made me tap on it and watch that. And I always feel like that's for a reason. Why are you looking at me like that? No. As far as yes, I do believe there's a hell. I think more so the question is, it should be, is hell like actually, do we think it's actually depicted of what people say it is? Like the way that he put it. Because other people say that hell is not like that. It's not like a place where people are burning and running around. It's just like, I don't know.
How would they know though?
I don't know. That's not the, how the fuck you know?
I've heard stories of like the same situation. People will die, they'll come back, and they it won't be like how people think it is. And I mean, for you to ask that question, you have to kind of think like, it's such a degree of guessing. I would guess, but to be honest, I hope I don't have to ever guess about being there. Because I'm not looking to go there.
That's a really scary story, dog. When you said that people were asking for forgiveness and crying and it was too late.
But then again,
That's scary, dog.
when you think about this shit, not to go too deep, the crimes that people may commit are to different degrees. So murder is different from adultery. Adultery is different from robbery.
Yeah, he said it was separate. He said it was separated as far
As
as the Ten
factions or
Commandments.
something like that,
He said
right?
as far as the Ten Commandments is how hell was separated.
So
allegedly when he was down there.
So I don't know if the same hell that a person who murdered is going to be the same type of hell as somebody who stole. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you mean.
I don't know. So which kind of is going hand in hand with what he's saying. I don't know, but it's just something I've never really heard about. But it's like when you think about it, like, could the hell really be separated into sections like that?
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Like I said, this is up for whether you guys believe or not. It's up for debate. It has 1 million views on YouTube. This was 11 months ago. February 19th, 2021 is when this was posted. Yeah, it's up for debate whether you believe it. The title said, "Young man dies twice and tells what he saw in the afterlife. Heaven and hell is real." That was a really scary. That's really scary to think about, though, dog. And just he kept saying like, "Dog, this shit is gonna traumatize me for the rest of my life." And his mom was more so trying to tell him like, "This is just like
It's not meant to traumatize you. It's meant to correct you."
That's what she was saying. She was saying this might have been a warning to you.
Yeah.
Like to get your shit together. Like this might have been a warning.
And that's hopefully if he really took it serious, then he would be getting 11 months later. You'd be getting your shit together.
If I saw that, bro, I would. Yeah. If I saw something like that,
that shit would scare me straight.
Yeah.
If I'm
not that we do bad shit, but
well, that even if I didn't do bad shit, and somehow that shit still happened, that shit scared me straight.
I don't think you would never forget anything like that. Because I know he's never gonna forget that.
I don't know how I would think, man. This is the way I see it. Okay, I may not be the most, because everybody out here sins and all that kind of stuff. No matter what kind of faith you have, it comes down to the general idea is this: you try to live your life a day at a time. You try not to do bad shit, and you try to progress forward and help people. If you want to help people, you just try to progress and be a decent human being, right? That's kind of the way you don't have to go to church every day, because they got a lot of bad people that go to church. I'm not saying don't go to church. I'm saying that just because people go to church, that doesn't make them more inclined to go to heaven, or be less likely to go to hell. That doesn't, because they got bad people to go to church. I'm not saying all people are bad to go to church. I'm saying there's give or take. I try to live my life like as decently as I can, help people when I can, and try to be good at But at the end of the day, we all make mistakes, right?
You try to live your life.
You try to live as decently as you can out here. You try not to do shit on purpose to be like a dick, Yeah. You don't try to rape. You don't try to be a murderer. You don't try to do all that shit on purpose.
Well,
if you want to do that,
some people do.
if you want to do that, then, and if you believe in heaven and hell, then I'd rather be safe than sorry. And just because I'd rather be a decent person, I don't get joy out of being fucked up. Out of that's the way that I live my life. I get up in the morning, I pray before I eat. Before I go to bed, I pray. Now I'm not saying that I haven't been to church in a while, but that doesn't mean a lot of people what I've said, because sometimes you'll go around people say. What I've seen is not to get too deep into it. I mean, we're pretty much already fucking deep into it. Sorry, but like when you think about religion in general, everybody tries to push ideology onto everybody else. Everybody can have their faith. Everybody can have their faith. If that's what you believe, then that's fine. I mean, And what I've seen is, I think sometimes I'll go through school and they have like people who come there and they try to stop students and they talk to students about their faith, and it seems like there's a recurring pattern that, oh, if you're a Catholic, you wouldn't go through this, or if you're a Christian, you should believe in this, or no, that denomination is not correct what they believe in. Oh, they believe in this. I don't care about any of that. The way I look at it is that there's a heaven, there's a hell, and there's a God. There's just one being, on top. A higher power, whatever you want to call it. And I'm trying to live my life as straight as I can. That's it. If I don't go to church, I can't I'm not saying I don't have time for church because you can't say that.
I haven't been to church in a long time.
But that doesn't mean that I don't have a close connection with God. And a lot of people try to play you on that kind of stuff. A lot of people be like, okay, well, you don't go to church. You have no faith. That makes no sense. Who are they to judge?
Exactly.
That kind of stuff. And a lot of people, and I've seen that so many people who go to church, they're so judgmental and intertwined into their faith. But you're so judgmental to the point that you're just looking at this, you don't have to, it's not one cookie cutter type of, you don't have to be one cookie cutter type of person in order to follow a religion. You don't have to be cookie cutter. You can follow religion or you can believe. That doesn't mean you don't have to believe in something higher power. That's just kind of what I think, man. A lot of people, like I said, I was talking to one person. He stopped me when I was going to class, and he was just talking about religion. He was just talking about the differences between religions. Well, why don't you do this? Well, why don't you think you go to church? Do you think God is happy about that? I'm like, and I told him straight up. He was an old man. I was just like straight up, like, just because you go to church, that doesn't mean that you're a good person. And just because I don't go to church, that means I'm a bad person. Because I still pray. I still talk to God. I still, live my life as straight as I can. Who are you to tell me, and who are you to tell anybody else that their religion is wrong or their religion is right or anything like that and pass judgment? Because we're not. We can't do that. For what? Who are we? Who are we to pass judgment on that kind of stuff? If you want to believe in what you want to believe, so be it. You can do that. That's not a problem. You have the freedom to choose what you want to do. I'm not saying if it's right. I'm not saying if it's wrong. Who am I to tell you that? I'm just another person. That's what I'm saying. It leads back to the social media stuff, bro. It leads back to the social media stuff. Why do you care what anybody thinks? The only person that I care about what thinks to some degree is just God, to be honest. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to do what I need to do to shoot straight. So, I don't know.
I agree with what you said, though. A lot of I don't want to say those people. A lot of people, I was like, what is the word? I guess, or what are they, Jehovah's Witnesses?
It's not one. It's not one because there will be so many different
denominations,
so many different factions of religions. There's so many different religions that'll. It's just a whole back and forth type of deal.
Whatever the word is for that specific type of person, they are very judgmental people on others about how people going to church. They are very judgmental.
And it's not one type of religion. It's just there's a whole bunch of people from different religions and stuff that are judgmental of other. I mean, think of what war is, right? If you worship Allah or if you worship Jehovah, what is that? The difference in religion causes war, right? Just because your differences and what you believe Jesus was a prophet or you believe he was a savior and the son of God, right?
Yeah.
There's wars fought over that. For that kind of stuff, you understand? So for that kind of stuff. So, and like I said, I'm not perfect, man, but that's just what it is. I see it is what it is. I try to shoot straight. I talk to God. I try to live my life straight.
That's all you can do, honestly. That's all you can do, bro.
I don't know.
Can't worry about what other people think. But that's true. But I thought that story was interesting about what the dude said.
Damn, yeah, I think we went off on a tangent there.
It's alright though, because I did a lot of talking about the story and shit like that, and then you piggybacked and you said everything you said, which was really good. Everything you said was really good. So it worked out. That's really good, guys. What do you guys think about that, man? If you want to look up that video, I'll copy it and put it in the description box on YouTube so you guys can watch it if you want to watch it. Or you can
122.
Yeah.
Shoot my life straight. Or shoot straight.
Yo, yeah. I like that one.
Yeah, shoot straight. Put a picture of gun on God, hold it.
We can't do that. We can't do that. That fucking story was really interesting, man.
It was interesting, man. I don't know. If anything, it made you more afraid, right?
Yes. Because when I watched it, I was like, holy shit.
But that doesn't mean, hey, oh man, I need to drop all my shit and go to church. Maybe you need to talk to God more, or maybe you need to believe. Maybe you don't even need to believe. Maybe you need to just stop doing nut shit and just try to shoot straight.
You know the last person to take me to church?
Who?
My girl.
Yeah.
So that was within the past 6 years. That was the last time I went to church.
My girl's been telling me to go, man. It's like me in church, man. I've been to so many different churches. It just seems like it's just so different, man. It's just like not different in a good way. Like
Have you
different.
been to like an all black church before?
No.
Never. Okay.
Have I? No, not all black church. In New York, it'll be mixed. Down here, it'll be.
It's like the church.
Not like
the
mixed.
couple
down
churches
here,
I've
kinda.
gone to down, like even my mom said she went to, is mixed.
Yeah, it'll be more mainly mixed church. It really won't be like predominantly one type.
Yeah, man. So I just want to talk about that, guys, because I saw that video last night and I thought it'd be an interesting topic to talk about. But you remember we were going to talk about heaven and hell a long time ago.
Yeah.
But we did. So this was it. I thought this was a good topic. What do you guys think, man? If you have any questions you want to send us, again, socialjunkiePod@gmail.com. Watch that video if you want to see it. I can't put the video in the YouTube video because I skimmed through it, so it's not gonna match up, and I'm not gonna sit there and take all the time. Oh, I stopped there. I'm not gonna do all that. So you gotta watch the video. You can hear it though. Yeah, man. socialjunkiePod@gmail.com, guys. Thank you guys for real. Gonna see what we got here with this music. I guess we'll play something from Wayne. That's Sorry for the Wait.
Yeah.
Sorry for the wait, guys. I don't know about that. Made this far into episode, guys. We appreciate you, man. For real, man. For real. Especially you made it through that Q&A segment and listened and digested it and understood it. And maybe you were talking back to us. No, you guys are fucking heathens. Maybe you did all that. Hey, if you did all that, it's all good. He edited the part out where he said, "My homie got that yappa, he'll bang it at a cop."
Oh, I remember that.
He edited that out because he likes cops now. No, I guess he thought that wouldn't. I guess he edited it out because he did, yeah. Because everything going on with cops and police brutality and shit like that. Make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube, guys. Please, man. Videos drop on YouTube every single week, a day after audio. Apple Podcast, Spotify, and SoundCloud every single week, a day before the video. I go by the name of P. That's Brandon. Shout out to all the listeners worldwide. Thank you guys. We appreciate it for real. Everyone worldwide. USA, Brazil, all over the place. Australia. Thank you guys. I'm P. That's Brandon. 123 will be next week, guys. This was a good episode. We tried to short it out, but
no. Didn't work out. Can't just leave it like that, you know.
Be back next week, guys.